Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network and iHeartRadio. Welcome to Hunting for Answers, a true crime podcast. I'm your host, Hunter, and today we unravel a mystery that chills to the core. A journey for peace, a beautiful island paradise, and a woman who vanished without a trace. A 42-year-old woman left Chicago in search of serenity, but instead, her family was left searching for her. How does a woman simply disappear in a place meant for healing and spiritual growth? Well, this is the story of Taylor Casey. June 2024. It was supposed to be a journey of peace and renewal for Taylor, a Chicago youth program director who dedicated her life to guiding the next generation. But this time, she sought guidance for herself at a renowned yoga retreat in Paradise Island, Bahamas. She went to find tranquility and further her training in yoga, but what she found instead still remains a mystery. June 19th. At first, everything was operating normally. Taylor was last seen participating in the retreat's activities, and nothing seemed out of the ordinary. But on June 20th, silence. She didn't show up for yoga class, and she didn't respond to calls or messages. The retreat staff alerted the Royal Bahamas Police Force. But from that moment on, nothing pointed to where Taylor might be. Until a chilling discovery. Taylor's phone was found, floating in the waters near the retreat. But her U.S. passport was missing. Bahamian authorities said they launched an extensive search, utilizing divers, tracking dogs, and even drones deployed by the U.S. FBI. But Taylor was still nowhere to be found. Bahamian police claim that Taylor's case was, quote, a top priority. But to her family, these were nothing but empty words. As weeks went by, hope turned into frustration. Her mother, Colette Seymour, traveled to the Bahamas, desperate for answers. But upon her arrival, she was warned not to question the retreat's guests about Taylor or where Taylor might be. Her plea for help was met with silence. Since there were no missing persons flyers anywhere near the retreat, no indication that Taylor had ever went missing. Her family described the experience as deeply unsettling. And the questions only grew louder. Who was the last person to see Taylor? And why won't anyone speak up? The yoga retreat, which is part of a global organization, insisted that they were fully cooperating. But to Taylor's family, their words felt hollow. When they visited her room, it was as if everything was frozen in time. Her Bible, her yoga materials, even her clothing, undisturbed. Taylor's mom was forced to return home to Chicago without her daughter, feeling as if the police aren't doing all they can to find her, with no suspects, no persons of interest, and no leads. So, what really happened to Taylor Casey? Was she the victim of foul play? Her close friends believe that someone out there has that information, and that information needs to come out. At the time of her disappearance, Taylor was 5'10", weighed 145 pounds, and had black hair and brown eyes. 8 months later, there are still no leads and no trace of Taylor. Anyone with information regarding the disappearance of Taylor Casey is urged to contact the Royal Bahamas Police Force Criminal Investigations Department or Crime Stoppers. You can find all of that information in the description box. My thoughts and prayers go out to Taylor's family and her friends as they continue to try to get Taylor home. As we wrap up this episode, don't forget to subscribe to Hunting for Answers on YouTube and be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok so you don't miss out on any updates or other stories. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode. Until next time. Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network. For more podcasts from the Black Effect Podcast Network, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows. Stay connected with our community by joining our new Facebook group. The link is in our bio.